I'm going to be sharing some of my recent sewing makes with you today, so if you'd like to see what I've been making over the last few months, then keep watching. Hi everyone, welcome back to my vlog. This is Susie from Thread Quarters. Thanks for joining me again today. I am going to share some of my recent sewing. I say recent, but actually it's been over the last few months that I've made these pieces. And I don't actually have that much to share with you. How many things have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4 things. So not a super long vlog, but I thought the last few vlogs I've had up have been fabric hauls. So I thought I better actually show some sewing rather than purchases, to show that I have actually been doing things. I lost my sojo for most of lockdown, and anytime I did try and sew, my head was all over the place. So I just kept making mistakes and getting things wrong, and I think I just took a step back because I thought it was demotivating and demoralizing, constantly getting things wrong, things that I don't normally ever, stumble over. I was getting wrong. So it obviously was just the effect of lockdown. But it's slowly been coming back, and I've slowly been getting my mojo up and running a bit more, and I'm really feeling in the mood to sew nowadays. So expect to see a lot more on here, hopefully, now that sort of things are getting back to kind of normal. It's not really normal, is it? But it's the best we can do. So I'll start with what I'm wearing at the moment. So as you can see, it is very bright and colourful and makes me very happy. This is a lovely French terry, meaning it's sort of got a loop back to it, so it's nice and cozy to wear. That I picked up from Sew Me Sunshine. I always stumble over saying that. I'm not sure she still has it in stock because I did pick it up a while ago, but I'll link to her shop anyway, because my goodness, she has lovely fabrics, and I'm sure you all know that anyway. But I just loved all the happy colours in this fabric, with the pinks and the yellows and oranges, and it's on I can't decide whether it's dark navy or black, but it works with both if I was to wear tights, so that's good. And as you can see, I have embellished it slightly with these what would you call them, applique letters that say maker. I picked them up from Sew Me Sunshine shop, I do believe, but they are by Merchant & Mills, and they are not the type that you can iron on, so they don't have the sticky back to them. You have to sew them on, and initially I thought, oh, that's gonna be tricky, but it was really easy. I just used a zigzag stitch, a small zigzag stitch. I practiced a couple of times on scrap, first of all, just to make sure it was exactly the right length or width that I wanted it to be, and away I went, pivoting at corners, and it was grand. It was really easy. I think it was a while ago that I made this, but I think the way I kept the letters in place, instead of using pins that would distort the letter and the letters and the fabric, I used a little bit of, I think it's called Wonder Tape. If it's called something else, I'll put it on on the screen here, but I mean, that stuff is a wonder. It is amazing. I use it for so many different things, and when you wash your clothes, it dissolves away in the wash, so it's really great that way. I use it all the time for securing zips before sewing them in, rather than pins, again because pins can distort your zip tape, and that is a really great tip. I will never put a zip in with pins anymore because Wonder Tape is brilliant. Do you guys use Wonder Tape? If so, let me know what other things you use it for. I'd love to know. This is the Frankie dress by Tessuti Patterns. This is the first time I've made it, and I really like it actually. It's quite flared as a dress form. I think as the t-shirt, because it comes as a t-shirt and a dress, I think the t-shirt would maybe be less flared, because, you know, it sort of keeps going out as it goes down. It's a very A-line shape, and I would really like to make the t-shirt. This dress may still turn into a t-shirt, although I do feel it would be a waste of the excess fabric down below, because every time I put it on I do think, oh, it's quite A-line. It would be really good if you are pregnant. It would be good, it would last quite a few months into your pregnancy because of that A-line effect. But like, I think it's probably because this is a slightly structured fabric that I am noticing it a lot more. If you were to make it in a drapier fabric, it would be totally fine. Like, it's not as flared as the ebony tee and ebony dress by Closet Core Patterns. I can't remember if I have actually talked about this next project on a vlog in the past. Like, my brain is just all over the place, but I'm going to share it with you anyway because it is fairly recent and I've got loads of wear out of it. So if you've already seen me talk about this, then just forward on to the next item. It is the Mandy boat tee, which if you guys have been following me for a while will know that I love very much. It's a free pattern, also by Tessuti Patterns. I do really like Tessuti Patterns. If you've never heard of them, go and check them out because they have some lovely classic with a twist, I would call it, patterns. Nice simple lines, generally quite easy to make, and some free ones, one being the Mandy, and everyone knows the Mandy. It's a drop shoulder loose t-shirt pattern. It's easy to make. The only difficult bit is maybe the neckline. There's a little detail at the very end that you sew, and some people stumble over that, but actually it's quite easy. But because it's a drop shoulder, this is a straight line, it's not set in sleeve, so super easy to make. I usually make my Mandys out of a viscose jersey, so there's lots of drape, but this one is a cotton jersey. I wanted to see what the effect would be like, and because I know cotton obviously has a little bit more structure than viscose, I went down a size for this make, because I thought that making it in my usual size, it would just be a little bit too boxy on me. Also, all my previous iterations of the Mandy have been out of their original pattern, which was one size, which did not fit all, so they brought it out in multiple sizes. So I decided to try and make this in a multiple size. I actually think I'd like to get some more of this jersey. This is a Tilly and the Buttons cotton jersey. I'd like to get some more because I love the colours in it. It goes with loads of things in my wardrobe, and a little short sleeve t-shirt for summer days would have been lovely this year. But anyway, this will be nice again coming into autumn with the long sleeves, and I can layer it underneath jumpers and things like that, so it'd be great. Just a wee note about the Tilly and the Button jersey. Some people were complaining about her brighter coloured, more saturated coloured jerseys that weren't predominantly white like this one. When you stretch it, because it was printed on white jersey, you could see the white coming through the colour, and it disappointed a lot of people. Because this is literally the only Tilly and the Button jersey that I have used, I don't have that problem with the white, and actually the quality is lovely. This has been washed lots of times and the colour has not faded. It's maybe started to go a little bit fluffy, but generally I think it's great, and it's really comfortable to wear, and I love the colours. I don't know if there's any more of this actually being produced, so I need to snap some up of this before it goes out of stock everywhere. Okay, and my next make is made quite recently, and I am quite sure if you watch sewing vlogs, you know that Sew Over It have been doing the most wonderful sew alongs every week during lockdown, and since COVID has reared its awful face. And they have been wonderful, and I've never really managed to be able to sew along with Lisa because always been doing things, but I saw she was doing the Libby shirt, and I've always wanted to make the Libby shirt, and I thought, okay, this is a perfect opportunity. I'm gonna do it. I've heard that the collar can be a bit tricky, so how great to do it alongside Lisa. So I decided to use this really lovely, very, very lightweight cotton lawn. It's like a beautiful pale green with a white or slightly off-white spot. This is a Lady McElroy or McElroy, depending on where you live, fabric. And I do happen to have this in my little shop that I have set up recently, and I'll have a vlog coming up very soon all about it. So if you are interested to learn more about my little shop, then stay tuned for that. But if you are interested in this fabric, it is on my website right now, and there'll be a link down below for you to go and check it out. But anyway, I made this lovely little Libby shirt. And actually I didn't do it live with her because I just wasn't able, I wasn't free when she was doing it live, but you know, the videos are always there. She does 2 sessions a week. So the first session I did in the evening off, so that evening, and then I just wanted to keep going. So I actually tackled the collar before watching, even though that was one of the main reasons I was doing the sew along, was so that I could see the collar construction before tackling it myself. But I just went ahead and did it anyway because I thought, I mean, let's just give it a go. And to be honest, I didn't find it that difficult. I think the main point is to make sure all the circle marks are on top of them, on top of one another. So there's like a circle, what are all the different pieces called? There's a point here where you've got about 3 different pattern pieces that need to be lined up together, and there is a circle on the pattern pieces to mark that point. Make sure it's marked on both sides of your fabric. Make sure that you then put a pin through all of them and just check every single layer to make sure that the pin is going through the circle on every single layer. And if you do that, things will work out. Or that's what I found anyway. Also, I added a very lovely Kylie and the Machine label, so I will share that with you. Isn't it so nice? And where is my stitching? It's all hidden in there. This is a really great little tip that I saw shared on the Pink Coat Club's Instagrams, one of her Instagram stories, but she was actually sharing it from someone else's stories, and I can't remember who it was. Notions of Dressmaker, I think it was, yeah. She was actually sharing it from Notions of a Dressmaker's Instagram. It's very tenuous link there, but it's a really great tip. I will put a link to it if I possibly can. I don't know if I can, but yeah, really nice way of putting in a label without actually seeing any of the stitching, because sometimes the stitching when I do it, it's gonna be a little bit messy, but yeah, very cute. And I just thought it went so nicely with the spot. Those of you who've been watching me for a long time will know that I have worked with this fabric in the past, and I made a self-drafted skirt, tiered skirt, based on a Pinterest image that I had seen in the past. And this is it here, but you'll see it in the cutaways. And I just used a Gertie pencil skirt for the top section, and then just rectangles that I gathered and added to what became the yoke essentially, and then just cut it the length I wanted it to be. This fabric is a little bit sheer, so it is underlined with white cotton, so I'll show you there. That's the outside and the inside, and it does change the look of the fabric slightly, which you'll see when I pair them together. And don't they look so nice paired together? It's like a little retro dress and I just love it. The skirt is slightly tight on me because I have put on some weight since I made that skirt. But hopefully one day I might lose it and it'll fit a bit better. But it's passable, it's passable. And yeah, I just really like it together as a little outfit. I feel very cute in it. But the shirt is also lovely, just with some shorts on a summer's day. This fabric is so light. Honestly, it's like wearing air. I can't get over it. It's so soft and delicate, much lighter than other Lady McElroy cotton lawns. It is much lighter. I would nearly classify it as a voile. It is so light, so light. It's beautiful. I actually wish their other lawns were like this. Other people probably would disagree with me, but I just love how light as air it is. So beautiful for a really hot day. I use these really lovely buttons. They are wooden with this very nice whitewash effect on them. And I picked these up from Textile Garden. I love her buttons. If you like buttons, focus. If you like buttons, maybe don't go to Textile Garden's website because you'll end up buying them all, as I did. Honestly, I went online to buy some buttons specifically for this shirt because actually also her postage is like that. She is on the ball. You want buttons straight away? Go to Textile Garden, you'll get them the next day, pretty much. Anyway, so I couldn't decide which ones, so I ended up, I think I bought about 10 different buttons, but they're quite affordable. And I thought, well, sure, it's great, I'll just add it to my button stash. And it means that maybe next time I'm making something with a button, I won't have to do a last minute shop to buy something. So yeah, I really like this. It's very nice. And so we come to my final make for this vlog. This one is self-drafted. Again, it might be for a workshop that hopefully, once I can work out the social distancing in my house for workshops, I will launch. And it is sort of like an introduction to dressmaking workshop. A one-day workshop is what it's going to be, and it'll be to make a gathered skirt. But not just any gathered skirt, because I don't really find elasticated all the way around the waist very comfortable to wear or nice, the nicest looking. And I did think I would just do a flat waistband the whole way around with a zip in the back, and I thought, you know what, that's probably a little bit too much if you literally have, you know how to use the sewing machine, but you've never made clothes. And in a one-day workshop, I thought that's maybe going to be a little bit hard to tackle. So let's take it down a notch, but not all the way down to just inserting elastic into some casing. So a compromise was a nice flat waistband at the front and comfort and ease elastic at the back. And yeah, no pockets in this, again, because I wanted to keep the amount of work to a minimum. But yeah, like, pockets would be better in this, definitely. Next stage up would be put some pockets in. You can always go back and put pockets in afterwards once you learn how to sew. But anyway, I made it out of this really lovely giant black and white gingham that I've had in my stash for ages, but I do also happen to have it in my shop. So if you are interested in this fabric, I do have some, link below. But yeah, so I just really nice. I made it a midi length. I just thought this type of this type of skirt would really suit midi length. I think, again, it's going to be really nice with maybe ankle boots and tights and a chunky jumper over the top. I don't normally wear this kind of silhouette, but because it has the flat waistband, I think that helps. A nice belt over it as well would be very, very nice. I wouldn't expect the students in my workshop to worry about this, but I did happen to pretty much pattern match my waistband. That is a separate waistband to the skirt. It's not just folded over like it actually looks like it is. I did pattern match that. I wouldn't be asking the students to do that. And it's, of course, it's matched. That's a side seam there. Now that I've sewn it, I'm like, oh no, I did a white and a white next to each other. I should have thought about that, and I didn't. But anyway, like, that's just me being really OCD there. But yeah, I really like this. It's very, very cute. Anyway, gosh, it was really nice to get back onto the vlog and get chatting to you all again, show you some of the things I have been making that I have actually been sewing. I am beavering away at a few different projects at the moment, but it might take a little bit of time before I am able to do another full what I've been making vlog. I do have a really, really special make coming next week that I am very excited about. It is quite awesome, very unusual, very different, and I can't wait to share that with you. So please do tune in next Friday, the 4th, I think it is. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, so tune in on the 4th of September for a really awesome new make that I have made. I can't wait to share it with you. But until then, tell me, what have you been working on? I would love to find out a bit more. Pop a note in the comments, say hello, let me know what you've been working on. Let's get the chat going again, because I have missed chatting with you guys so much. I know some of you have been sending me very, very sweet messages saying that you've missed my vlogs, and that meant so much to me because I've missed you guys too, but I just haven't been able to get myself organized enough until now, and I'm back on it now. Yay! Also, some of you found that I set up a Ko-fi page. I mean, thank you so much for leaving me a little coffee, you know, a virtual coffee, to say that you've missed me. Oh, honestly, you just made my day. That was the sweetest thing, and I'm back, and thank you so much. Oh, honestly, some of the people in the world are just so sweet and so kind. I love you guys. Oh, I sound very cheesy, but I mean it. Anyway, I will catch you all next week. Until then, have a lovely week. Bye.